Today I'm going to tell you all the things that I do to keep my hair extremely long.
And also how you can grow your hair long if that is your goal.
My hair has been long, like waist length or longer, for probably the past 7 or 8 years. And when I was younger, it was hard for me to get my hair past this point because I was constantly wanting to do things to it. I was wanting to color it, I was wanting to cut it. I would always be unhappy with my appearance, unhappy with myself, and I thought that like changing my hair up would help me feel better about myself, basically. So right now I would say my hair is definitely the healthiest that it's ever been. It is very long. I actually just cut about 5 or 6 inches off of it because it was literally to the bottom of my butt. And not only is it long, but it is thick, and I'm really gonna blow your mind when I tell you that I have an undercut. So a large part of my head under here is shaved, and I kept my hair on the sides of my head and also on the bottom so that when I wear my hair up, you can't see that I have an undercut. So clearly the first thing that you're going to have to do is stop going and chopping tons of your hair off every time you're bored with your hair. Of course, keep it trimmed, keep the ends healthy, but you're going to have to stop cutting inches and inches off of your hair. With that being said, you're gonna have to take really good care of your hair, okay? You're going to have to keep it moisturized. You're going to have to keep it tangle free so that you're not ripping through it whenever you are brushing it, right? So I only wash my hair once every other week. If it's like summer and it's super hot and I'm really sweaty, I may wash it once like every 10 days, but I don't wash it any more than that, and I've done it for so long, so I guess my hair is like trained, as people say. So I really don't wash it that often. I brush it. I try to brush it every night. So I will take my hair and I will split it down the middle and the back, pull it in the front, and I brush it out with my Tangle Teaser brush. And then I will put like a little bit of oil on the ends and I will twist it up into a claw clip. So I don't like to sleep with my hair down just because as I'm tossing and turning throughout the night, I lay on it, I pull it, I rip it. My husband will literally, oh God, it's the worst pain when someone else lays on your hair or pulls your hair. It is extremely painful. So I tie it up, and then when I wake up in the mornings and let it down, it also keeps it really smooth, and then it also gives it like a pretty wave because I don't really like to have my hair pinned straight. So another thing about sleeping is your pillowcase. I like to have a satin pillowcase, and that just helps your hair stay smooth as well and to not be tugged on and broken. Another thing I know people talk about all the time is heat products on your hair. Make sure that if you're using heat on your hair, you're using a heat protectant. Don't ever put any heat on your hair without putting the protectant on first, because you're literally just going to basically burn your hair up or even off. If you've ever seen the movie Little Women, the old one, where she's curling her sister's hair and the curl literally, like, she's holding it there for too long and it just, her hair comes off. Like, that's what you're basically doing to your hair, even if it's not to that extreme. So always use a heat protectant when you do use heat. I'm not one of those people who are like, don't put any heat on your hair, but of course try to keep it minimal, okay? So whenever I wash my hair, I like to wash it at night, and then I will tie it up in a t-shirt. I don't like to tie it up in a towel just because I feel like it pulls it and that's not healthy for your hair. So I'll tie it up in like a soft t-shirt or a towel specifically made for my hair. And then the next morning I'll wake up and I have so much hair so it's still pretty damp, and that's when I'll blow dry it if needed. And then if I need to go in with a straightener, or if I want to go in with a straightener, I'll do it then, and then I don't do it again until I wash my hair again. So how I'm able to not have to continue to use the heat on my hair is by twisting my hair up. So whenever I twist my hair up like I showed you a minute ago, it just creates a pretty wave in it. It curls the ends naturally, and it just, to me, is a very pretty look. So even if your hair is short, don't put a lot of heat on your hair. Make sure you use heat protectant and put your hair up at night. Even if you're just putting it up in like a bonnet or like a silk wrap, just protect your hair at all costs. Like if you're wanting to grow your hair, you're going to need to baby it, okay? Okay, it's also going to matter what you put in your hair to put it up, right? So you don't want to use a very tight elastic band. If you have to wear your hair up at work every day, put it up in a claw clip, or I also have another good option, and I'll put a picture of it here. You can get it on Amazon, and I will link my Amazon storefront down below. And I will put all the products, like the hairbrush I use, the pillowcase that I use, and these little, it reminds me of like what Ariel calls a dingle hopper on the Little Mermaid anyway. So you just twist your hair up and you put it in your hair, and it doesn't tear it off, it doesn't crease it or anything like that. If you want to wear a tight pony for a specific event, by all means wear your tight pony, but don't do it every day, don't do it every week. Do it on like special occasions, okay? And then also hair color. Of course, I just colored my hair. I dyed it almost black. I dyed it like a espresso dark chocolate brown. To me, I don't think that coloring your hair darker really damages your hair. I know, of course, it is a chemical, but I feel like my hair is so much healthier looking, and it, to me, it even feels healthier because of the gloss, I guess. But don't put bleach on your hair. If you want your hair to be super healthy and long, limit the bleach, okay? I know you want to put highlights in your hair. I know you want to be blonde, but limit it. Don't go every couple of months to get your roots bleached. Like, maybe if you have highlights in your hair, you know, what is it called, a biolage, like get them, I'm sorry if I'm touching my hair so much, but this is the hair video. So what is it called, like a biolage, wherever like your roots are darker and it gets lighter. But just keep in mind that if your hair is this long and you're bleaching it, by the time it gets to be this long, or if it ever even gets to be this long, your ends are gonna be so thin and scraggly that it's not gonna look good. And you don't wanna have long hair just to have long hair. Like, don't grow your hair to your waist and only have 3 pieces of hair there, like 3 strands of hair. I mean, take care of your hair. And lastly, something that really helps me keep my hair healthy is having a high protein diet. I strive to eat around 130 grams of protein a day, but I would say eat at least 100 grams because protein is so good for your skin. It's good for your hair. It's gonna make sure that it's nice and strong. I also, when I first started growing my hair, would take these hair gummies. They have biotin in them, so you can do that as well and see if you get any results from that. When I noticed, when I first started growing when my hair like really started growing, right now I'm 34, I guess I was around like 22, 23 when it was like short, and I was really getting into working out, and I was drinking this protein shake. It was the Syntha 6 protein powder, which don't drink it unless you want to gain weight because it is a very high calorie protein powder, but it has a lot of protein in it. And I just noticed, like within a couple of months, I feel like my hair like went shwoom. So make sure you're incorporating protein into your diet. Also, make sure you're drinking a lot of water. You want to be hydrated. Water affects literally everything within your body. It's going to keep your skin healthy. It's going to keep your scalp healthy. And of course, that's going to result in healthier hair. These are just my tips on how I keep my hair long. And clearly, I know a thing or two about having long hair. But I think it's worth noting that you don't have to not ever wear your hair in a ponytail, not ever put heat on your hair. Like, you can do these things, but you also really need to take good care of your hair. And if you are going to put heat on your hair, I cannot stress it enough. Put a heat protectant on your hair. I get mine from Sally's Beauty Supply. It is from the Ion Solutions brand. I think that's what it's called. I will try to find it on Amazon as well. I linked to Amazon just because like anyone in the world can order stuff on Amazon, I think. But yes, that's going to wrap up this video. I hope you found it useful. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video.